All right, man, I got to ask you this. As a man in this music industry with some celebrity status, I'm sure you've had some of the baddest bitches try to get at you, but you've been married for 20 years with 3 beautiful children. How has it been for you navigating the pitfalls of the industry as a married, domesticated man?
It's all about discipline, man, and it's all about being the man that you say you are. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta if you I gotta be who you gotta practice what you preach, man. Like I can't be, saying that I'm one way and talking to my kids and then I'm out there doing this shit, man. Like this is I love my wife, you know what I mean? We've been together 22 years, going on 23 and shit, and we still in love, man, and I respect her and I'm loyal to her, man. It is, and it's not, and it's the same way with her to me. You know what I'm saying? Like we got a family, we got a bond. We watch movies every night together. We go out to eat. We do all type of family shit, man. So I can't never lust is not worth losing all of that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's not worth losing that. Like anybody could be attracted to anybody, man, but it's like, is it worth it? Is that the one for you? And like, I'm 48 years old. It's not like, I fucked up before. And ever since that time, I was like, never again. And never happened. And I be on tour everywhere. She still knows all my movements, what I'm doing. And I've never been a big liar. You know what I mean? I never
Right.
been the type to be, I don't want to be lying. Like if I'm gonna be doing something, I'm gonna be doing it and people gonna know what it is and they either gonna accept it or they don't. But I'm not that type, so, you know what I'm saying? I rather keep I'm happy with how we are, man, you know what I mean? I don't wanna be with this woman and that woman and that woman, like, you know what I mean? I'm good with my woman. Just like how I like my music just with one producer, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
So, that's how I keep it, man. Me and my wife, we just strong like that.
Man, that's
Word.
so respectable, and I commend you so much for that, bro. Because
Yeah.
like they always say that like, you would never wife up a hoe, right? But you'll throw away
Mhm.
your whole family for one, like a lot of these people will. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? A
that's
lot of
not
people
smart,
end up
man.
doing
That's
this
not
shit.
that shit ain't smart at all, man, like,
Yeah,
for what?
it's terrible.
You just
It's
gotta be like, it's plenty times, shit. People done said a lot of shit, and I play dumb, like, huh, what? I ain't exit stage left. You know what I'm saying?
right, right.
You just gotta get out of that, get away from that situation though. And then later they'll see you, they follow you, they see you, it'd be like, oh, he got a wife, he got kids and shit. And I post about my family. Like some people don't post about their family and shit. Like, I don't post everything, but I post enough to where if you follow me, you know what's going on with me. You know what I'm saying? You know that I live with my family and shit like that. And it ain't that far you can fucking go. Once you start cheating and lying, shit gonna come out. It's just
Yeah.
like the old saying, whatever you do in the dark comes to light. It's no
Mhm.
way you could stop somebody from saying something because they could, the females is investigators. They'll find your white page and write to her and be like, yo, man, yeah, I was this date and everything will line up. Nobody can't say nothing about me. You know what I mean? Nowhere at no time. They can't. Cause that ain't happening. It ain't. If somebody say some shit like that, where the fucking evidence at? Ain't that shit ain't never coming out? Cause I don't do it. I ain't flirting. I ain't giving you that. I ain't leading nobody on none of that shit. Word.
This era too is so much harder because of screenshots, recording
Yeah. I
conversations,
mean,
all
it's
types
not
of
so
shit.
much. When you gonna have the time? She know all my time, my energy, my love, everything is here.
Right.
Everything is here.
It's crazy, man. But you've been living in the Bronx for a long time now, right?
I was living out there for 12 years. My wife from the Bronx.
Oh,
That shit
okay.
was a long time. We was out there for a minute, but now we back in Brooklyn. So I've been back for 2 years now. That was the best move we was to ever make. It was my daughter walking past. So you know what I mean? I'm back in Brooklyn, man.
Was that hard for you to live out in the Bronx for 12 years though?
No, it was just seemed like I was so far, man. The Bronx seemed like the boondocks. Like if you from New York and you ain't from the Bronx, that shit seem like that's as far as a motherfucker, you know? Unless you driving and shit, you know what I mean? Like, but I mean, it's still far. So, everything I did was in Brooklyn or Manhattan. You know what I mean? That's like the middle point and shit. So everything I record, I used to go to record in Brooklyn. So I had to travel to Brooklyn back and forth all the time. Or just, around my way and shit. Like so, that was the best move. When we and where we at, everything is over here. All the best restaurants, everything. My neighborhood is just like I love this neighborhood.
So much of the venues are in Brooklyn too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a lot of dope venues out in Brooklyn. And everything happened, especially in the summertime, man. Brooklyn be going off. From Bed-Stuy to Bushwick to everywhere, man. It's a lot of outside events, performances, free concerts, and all type of shit going on, man. My wife got out here, she was like this, like, yo. I mean, she was living with me in Brooklyn before, before we left. And we decided to move out there, but once we came back, she was happy that we moved here.
How has it been for you raising children in this era where things are so different?
Yo, my kids, my oldest son Vic, he was outside with me. He was in the studio. He was in almost every video with me. Vic was, he was out there. He was out there in the streets, so he know about the come up and everything. But Boogie and Sita, they stay in the house. They go out like to do certain shit, man, but they mostly in the house. They not like how I was on the block. Like Vic was outside on the block on where we lived at and shit. They don't do that. They got friends from school, so they might go somewhere with their friends. Or my daughter, she a dancer. She go to step class and all that shit. They go out to the movies, but they mostly home. They homebodies and they they don't go out like that. So they home doing they work or they watching something, or they on the tablets or the phone or whatever the fuck. Or you know what I mean? Reading.
But do you as a dad in this era,
It's easier with raising them.
do you in this era as a dad, do you take like more precautions to talk to them about things like social media and how like the impact of it and the dangers of it?
Yeah, definitely. They can't just do anything. But Boogie is 18 years old, man, and I raised him good enough. He's really smart, man. He be learning about shit I ain't even. I'm like, when you had the time to learn about that? Like he's very knowledgeable about a lot of shit. He be like, oh, like he's in college now and shit. And like they, I raised them right, man. I teach them, and they got good friends. Like you know how you could tell your kids, the kids that they hang around, they all good children and shit. You know what I mean? They not fast. They not in the streets either. They always talking about school or some type of work they doing. So you know what I mean? And I trust them. They don't lie to me. Like you know what I mean? So everybody a lie to their parents once in a while, but for the most part, man, they good kids, man.
That's a beautiful thing, man.
Yep.